Hi guys, welcome to another chart breakdown of mine. In this video, I quickly want to go over a buy trade I took on GBPJPY yesterday. And I did send this setup and the signal to the premium group. Yes, guys, if you are not yet a member of the community, do well to join. You can start by joining the free Telegram channel. I'll put a link on the description below this video. So yeah, let's get right into it. As you know, if you have been following me for the longest period of time, and you have been watching my previous videos, you would know I like to do a top-down analysis just to get a holistic view of the market. Quickly clear up my charts, and then I will move down to. I'll start out with a monthly time frame. GBPJPY from the higher time frame is very bullish. Clearly, as you can see, the monthly time frame has been pointing outwards, higher highs and higher lows. And then we have this being the most recent swing high. So clearly we're very bullish from the monthly time frame perspective. So yeah, sorry about that. Clearly on the monthly time frame, we're very bullish. And this takes us down to the weekly time frame. And also looking at the weekly time frame, you can tell also we are bullish on the weekly time frame. Created what? A swing high. And then we had a pullback, slight retracements, and then we're having to see price what's continue back in the bullish move to the upside, giving us what's more like a weekly double bottoms, confirming that what's the pullback has most likely come to an end, and then GBPJPY is very much ready to what continue back in what the bullish move to the upside. So we have the monthly time frame being bullish, and then the weekly time frame also being bullish. So we have two of the higher time frames in sync. This takes us down to the daily time frame. From the daily time frame, what we get to notice is a daily range right at this level or on a daily range. So GBPJPY had the daily range. So GBPJPY was in a daily range where we clearly see we came into this level and then we bounced off from this level, headed backwards to the level 169.100, and then we bounced off back from the level again back towards this level. So we're pretty much trading in between this daily range. And then as much as price keeps trading in between this level, we are very much looking to sell when once price gets to this point, and then buy whenever price gets to this level, depending on what price keeps doing, till price eventually then break out from the level either to the upside or break out from the range to the downside, and then we were expecting or much impulse moves. So we had this nice daily range, and then clearly what I get to notice from the daily time frame was also the fact that we had a chart pattern. And if you cannot see that already, we had an inverse head and shoulder pattern, with this being the potential right shoulder. So we had that confirming the buys from this level back to the upside, probably test the neckline of inverse head and shoulder pattern, which is very much in line with the monthly and the weekly time frame bias. And also, other than the fact we have this nice inverse head and shoulder pattern, you can very well see we had also a nice daily double bottoms. A nice daily double bottoms. Just seconds. So nice daily double bottom confirming the bullish movement from this level back to the upside. So you can get to see the lots of confluences that were at play from this very level that influenced our looking for buying opportunities on GBPJPY back to to 16900 price level. So clearly we had double bottom, the inverse head and shoulder pattern. And then again also the potential right shoulder, at the formation of the potential right shoulder, price is also giving us yet again another head and shoulder pattern. I don't know if you can see these guys. It's not a perfect head and shoulder pattern, but once you can identify this, it goes a whole long way to increase your trade probabilities. So yeah, all these were actually in a bid to gather confluences as to why by looking for buy setups would be higher probability setups. So having identified that the monthly and the weekly time frames were clearly bullish, and then we were currently trading in the daily range, having to see price make the daily double bottoms, which is a buy or reversal chart pattern, Then having to see price also give us what? An inverse head and shoulder pattern. I was very certain for a fact that what the buying opportunities what on GBPJPY were higher probability trade setups. So guys, what I do basically is what I identify the market structure, preferably from the higher time frames. Then once I'm able to tell the market structure, I then scale down to what smaller time frames to look at for what trading opportunities in line with what the higher time frame directional bias. Moving down to the 4-hour time frame. Moving down to the 4-hour time frame, what I quickly noticed was the fact that somewhere around the level 16200, 167,200, 167,200 psychological level, we had that being what? Being a key level. So 167,200 psychological level. And then we can see what? From the 4-hour time frame, we had lots of what? Price action or every time price was tested this very level. So when we were below the level, you can see how the level what acted as what? As a resistance. Acted as a resistance. We came into the level, and then we had the level acted as a resistance. We had a break of the level, and then the level acted as a support. And then we're below the level acted again as a resistance, multiple number of times. We can see resistance, multiple number of times. And then we're having to see price now what? Come and then what? Break. And then we're having a very nice bullish candlestick close above the level, signifying that what? Previously broken resistance is most likely what's going to become what? A new support. So this is where I was looking at what? To get in on what? Buy opportunities on GBPJPY, having missed this whole movement from the downside. So clearly, having seen the break of this key level, 167, 200 psychological level, I was waiting for what? A retest of the level, and then to get in what? On the buy trade back to what? 16900 price level. And then I wasn't looking to get in on the trade from the 4-hourly time frame because it's quite a higher time frame for me. What I get to do is what? I scale down to what? Hourly, the 15 minutes and then 30 minutes time frame to look out for what? Price action confirmations upon the retest of what? Of this level previously being what? The 4-hourly resistance broken, now most likely going to act as what? A new support. Also with the fact that what we had a psychological round number 167,200 at the level. And then this takes me down to the 1-hourly time frame. So here we can clearly see this is the break. And then at the retest of the level, what did we get to see? Again, from the 1-hourly time frame, gathering confluences as to why I need to jump in on what on the buy opportunities from this level. I can clearly see what price printed us what an inverse head and shoulder pattern again, which is again what a buy reversal chart pattern. So we had a 1-hourly inverse head and shoulder pattern. Then introducing my exponential moving average just to be able to see you can clearly see what having bounced off from the level the first time, from 167,200 price level, the first time, forming what in the head, and then we had a retest of the level, or we had what the potential right shoulder, and then we can clearly see what a candlestick rejection, not just off the psychological round number 167,200, also previously broken resistance now turned support. And then we can clearly see what we are rejecting what the exponential moving average. And in this case, because we are clearly above the exponential moving average, the exponential moving average is expected to act as what? As a dynamic support. So you can clearly see the lots of confluences that were at play right at this very level that influenced my watch, my jumping in on a buy trade from this very level. So clearly we had what? The inverse head and shoulder pattern, 1 hour inverse head and shoulder pattern with the potential right shoulder rejecting not just what the 167,200 psychological level previously broken resistance now turn support, and also what the exponential moving average acting as what a dynamic resistance. I think I had my entry confirmation from the 30 minutes time frame. Yeah, from the 30 minutes time frame. Yeah, so I had my entry confirmation from the 30 minutes time frame. So you just to place more emphasis on what I said previously, you can clearly see what we had what the inverse head and shoulder pattern right here on what even on the 30 minutes time frame, you can clearly see that. And then I add my entry confirmation, my entry signal for longs at the close of this 30 minutes in bar candlestick. Is a doji candlestick. That's where I add my entry signal to go long. I was very certain. After I had this very nice rejection candlestick off this key level, and then rejecting also what the exponential moving average, as you clearly see from the 1 hour lead time frame, and then also right here on the 30 minutes time frame, we're also rejecting what the exponential moving average. I was very certain price was not going to what trade back again to this level. So I had a very tight stop loss on this. And then, like I said, my take profits were at this 16900 price level, where I secured what a total of 1 to 5.4 RR on this. So yes, guys, that was a quick trade. You can see how after I entered the trade, price immediately took off, and then what headed straight up for my take profits. And then also, what am I expecting within the next couple of days for GBPJPY? Going back to the daily time frame. Now, this is going to be a free analysis as well as heads up as to what you can look out in the next couple of days. While we are very much testing the top of the daily range, and then there's every possibility for price to what respect this daily range and then head back all the way to the downside again and then keep playing out in this daily range. But then I'm very much favoring the break out of this daily range to the tune of 80%. So what I'm expecting to see what on this is what a daily, very clearly a nice bullish break and daily candlestick close above this level, and then a retest of the level, and then for price to have that what continuation. So I want to see what a very nice bullish daily candlestick close above this level, signifying what a break of what the daily range, and then what I'll wait for what for a retest of this level to jump in on what buy opportunities to move this what all the way back to the upside, just like we have right here. So you can clearly see I'm not making this up, guys. You can see. So this is what I want to see. A nice break, daily candlestick break and close above the level, and then what? A retest of the level for us to continue what? All the way to the upside. So this is exactly what I want to see price do next. And then I will be very much patient to see this what play out before deciding to jump in. So like I said, I'm favoring what the breakout of this daily range to the tune of 80%. But that notwithstanding, price can very well still what respect this level and then head back to the downside. If it does do that, I will see if I can get sell side opportunities to actually short this to the downside. But like I said earlier, I'm very much favoring what the move to the upside than that of what the downside. So yeah, that's it, guys. If you find this very insightful, do well to leave a comment below. Then if there's anything you feel that's still quite complicated on my strategy, and if there's anything you basically want me to break down in my subsequent videos, do well to leave a comment, and I'll read your comments and see how I can help out on some of these challenges of yours. Thanks for staying to the very end. Do well to subscribe to the channel, like and share this video. See you at the top, guys.